and you're an amateur, but yet your life is tennis.
Arthur Ashe, an undisputed legend in the world of tennis, faced a tragic twist in his life when a mismanaged blood transfusion caused him to contract AIDS, which ultimately claimed his life. Arthur Robert Ashe Jr. was an American tennis star known for his incredible achievements. He won 3 Grand Slam singles titles and 2 in doubles. Ashe made history as the first black player on the United States Davis Cup team and remains the only black man to win singles titles at Wimbledon, the U.S. Open, and the Australian Open. In 1975, Ashe was ranked world number 1 by several tennis experts and publications. He received the Martini and Rossi Award and was named ATP Player of the Year. Although the ATP computer rankings placed him at number 2 in May 1976, his impact on the sport was undeniable. Sadly, his life took a tragic turn when he contracted AIDS, which ultimately led to his passing. But before we tell you all the details, make sure to subscribe. In July 1979, at the age of 36, Ashe suffered a heart attack while leading a tennis clinic in New York. Given his high level of fitness as a professional athlete, this heart attack drew significant attention to the hereditary nature of heart disease. Ashe's mother had passed away from cardiovascular disease at just 27, and his father had suffered heart attacks at 55 and 59, with the second occurring just a week before Ashe's own attack. Cardiac catheterization revealed that one of Ashe's arteries was completely closed, another was 95% blocked, and a third was 50% blocked in 2 places. On December 13, 1979, Ashe underwent a quadruple bypass surgery performed by Dr. John Hutchinson. A few months after his surgery, Ashe was eager to return to professional tennis. However, during a family trip to Cairo, Egypt, he experienced chest pains while running. Concerned, he stopped running and, along with his close friend Douglas Stein, sought medical advice. Stein urged him to return to New York City to be close to his cardiologist, surgeon, and top-tier medical facilities. In 1983, Ashe underwent a second heart surgery to correct issues from the previous procedure. Following this surgery, he became the national campaign chairman for the American Heart Association, promoting heart health and awareness. In September 1988, Ashe was hospitalized after experiencing paralysis in his right arm. Exploratory brain surgery and numerous tests revealed he had toxoplasmosis, a parasitic disease commonly found in people with HIV. Further testing confirmed that Ashe was HIV positive. He and his doctors believed he contracted the virus from blood transfusions during his second heart surgery. Ashe and his wife decided to keep his illness private to protect their 2-year-old daughter. In September 1992, Ashe suffered a mild heart attack. Around this time, a friend of his who worked for USA Today heard rumors about his illness and called him to confirm the story. Faced with the impending publication, Ashe decided to preempt the newspaper and publicly announced on April 8, 1992, that he had contracted HIV. Although he criticized USA Today for forcing his hand, Ashe also expressed relief that he no longer had to keep his illness a secret. Following his announcement, hundreds of readers contacted USA Today to criticize their decision to publish the story that led to Ashe revealing his condition. AIDS eventually claimed his life. On February 6, 1993, Ashe passed away from AIDS-related pneumonia at New York Hospital at 3:13 p.m. at the age of 49. His death marked a profound loss to the world. 4 days later, on February 10th, his funeral was held at the Arthur Ashe Athletic Center in Richmond, Virginia. Governor Douglas Wilder, a close friend of Ashe's, made a special arrangement for his body to lie in state at the governor's mansion in Richmond. This gesture allowed more than 5,000 people to come and pay their respects, lining up to walk past his casket. The funeral was a deeply emotional event, officiated by Andrew Young, who had also performed the service at Ashe's wedding in 1977. Over 6,000 mourners attended, showing just how much Ashe was loved and admired. Honoring his final wish, Ashe was buried alongside his mother in Woodland Cemetery in Richmond, Virginia, a touching tribute to his deep family ties. 2 days later, on February 12th, a memorial service was held at the Cathedral of St. John the Divine in Manhattan. This service offered another opportunity for family, friends, and admirers to come together and celebrate Ashe's life and legacy. His excellence was way beyond just tennis. After retiring from tennis, Arthur Ashe embraced many new roles. He became a writer for Time magazine and The Washington Post, and he worked as a commentator for ABC Sports and HBO from the early 1980s until just a few months before his death. Ashe was also dedicated to nurturing young talent and founded the National Junior Tennis League. From 1981 to 1985, he served as captain of the U.S. Davis Cup team. His contributions to the sport were recognized in 1985 when he was elected to the International Tennis Hall of Fame. Ashe was deeply committed to civil rights. In 1985, he was part of a delegation of 31 prominent African Americans who visited South Africa to witness the country's political changes toward racial integration. That same year, on January 11th, he was arrested outside the South African embassy in Washington, D.C., during an anti-apartheid rally. Years later, on September 9, 1992, he was arrested again, this time outside the White House, protesting the crackdown on Haitian refugees. His career was truly extraordinary.
Ladies and gentlemen, Frank won the toss, serving first.
In 1968, Ashe won the United States Amateur Championships and the first U.S. Open of the Open era, making him the first black male to win the title and the only player to win both the Amateur and Open National Championships in the same year. Due to his amateur status, he couldn't accept the $14,000 prize money, which went to runner-up Tom Acker, while Ashe received just $20 a day for expenses. His brother Johnny's decision to serve an additional tour in Vietnam allowed Arthur to maintain his amateur status and avoid the Vietnam War draft. In December 1968, Ashe helped the U.S. win the Davis Cup, and by the end of the year, he had won 10 of 22 tournaments with a 72-10 match record. In 1969, he helped the U.S. retain the Davis Cup, defeating Romania in the final. In 1970, Ashe won his second Grand Slam singles title at the Australian Open. That year, South Africa was expelled from the Davis Cup competition due to its racial policies. Ashe turned professional and signed a 5-year contract with Lamar Hunt's World Championship Tennis. Though he reached the Australian Open final again in 1971, he lost to Ken Rosewall. In 1972, Ashe reached the U.S. Open final, but lost to Ilya Nastase after leading the match. Frustrated by the lack of fair winnings for players, he helped found the Association of Tennis Professionals and became its president in 1974. In 1973, Ashe joined an ATP boycott of Wimbledon, protesting the suspension of Yugoslavian player Niki Pilic. In 1975, Ashe won the WCT finals and then Wimbledon, defeating Jimmy Connors in a stunning upset. Ashe continued to play, winning the Australian Open doubles in 1977. But a heel injury and subsequent heart surgery in 1979 led to his retirement in 1980. His career record was 818 wins, 260 losses, and 51 titles. That is it for this one. But if you happen to like tennis legends, make sure to check out our latest videos on our channel Tennis Icons. I'm sure you will love it.